What's up, YouTube? This is Eliseo, man. Welcome back to my channel, Content Ecosystem. I have this is actually my third show on my weekly series, Creators on the Come Up. So I'm excited about this. Basically, once a week, I'm bringing on a creator who I heavily look up to and have learned a lot from, and just been able to soak up a lot of game as far as their content and just their YouTube channel and a lot of things I've learned from them. And I'm just bringing them on the show just so we can talk about their journey, just talk about their story a little bit, and maybe get some tips, some content tips and things like that. So I'm super excited to have this guest on. Actually, this guest is someone who I've been following her journey for a long time. Her name is EJ Speaks on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to her channel, definitely do that because she's super dope. And yeah, I always say that I see her like in movies and stuff like that. So I know that's going to come soon too. But let's go ahead and see the bumper, and then we'll get right to it. What's up, EJ? How you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm fine.
Thank you so much for gracing my show with your presence. You could have been a million
Thank you
places,
for
but
having me.
you chose to be here tonight. So I appreciate that. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing real good. I'm doing real good, man. We're not gonna be too long tonight because, we was both talking backstage. It's late. It's late. So
Yes, it's bedtime.
it is. It is. So I actually had to make sure mine were asleep.
Yeah,
The way my studio is, or my office, they're on the other side of this wall. So I always say if I wake them up, then the show is over. So.
yes,
Uh,
I understand.
So yeah, so I guess we can kind of just let you kind of introduce yourself a little bit. I mean, I can
Oh,
introduce you,
goodness.
but if maybe you can tell us something that we don't know. I don't who is EJ Speaks? We can start with that.
EJ Speaks is a content creator, um, a writer, a comedian, a poet, a wife, a mom. I'm a lot of things, and I try to make sure that each role is feeding the next one. So I'm a lot of things, but you know, I ain't too much, not too much.
She said, "I ain't too much." Well,
No.
yeah, and I think most like creators, because I had Tom Buck on the show, and he's super humble as well, super approachable, and he kind of had the same vibe. Like I ain't too much,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of times, especially in the YouTube world, because YouTube is kind of like an introverted type. I won't say business, but it's like you're talking to a camera, like I'm doing right now. So there's
It's
no
a dream.
yeah. There's no people
It's a
around.
dream.
You're not talking to people. So I think sometimes in our head it's like we feel like we're not really I don't think we quantify the impact that we have on the world, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's easy to kind of feel like maybe you don't have a big reach when you actually really do have a big reach. So shout out to you for still being humble and approachable. I appreciate that.
Well, it helps when your family don't think you funny. So
Your family don't think you
they keep
funny?
me grounded.
Oh
You
my
know what?
word.
They think I'm funny, but they don't care. And so
Wow.
it keeps me leveled.
That's real. Yeah, and I do music, so I was saying on another interview that I always do shows, and when I get off stage from rocking the stage for thousands of people, I come home and I'm changing a diaper. So that's
Yep.
they don't care nothing about no shows or none of that
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, cool. So just to kind of I know how did we connect? Like, had you ever thought about how we connect? Was it I know it's Facebook, but who do we have a mutual friend? Like, how did we come into each other's circle? I guess.
You know what? I can't recall. I just know that it was actually on Facebook. Um, I think initially we didn't have any mutual friends, but we probably do now.
Yeah,
Because that's how networking goes. But I'm
yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure.
What's crazy is I had already seen your material, right? And I'm like, man, she's funny, man. I love her material. I
Thank
love your
you.
content. And one day one So I don't know if we were already connected before you started doing everything, but just one day you popped up on my feed, on my personal feed though, and I clicked on it on your page. I'm like, how are we connected on a personal page? And then we were. So that just, I don't know. That's weird, but
Yeah,
uh, like I said, I do music, and you're not from Florida, right?
I am not from Florida. I've never been to Florida. I am from Arkansas.
you're, you're, I never knew that. So you're in Arkansas, like born and raised.
I'm in Arkansas right now, born and raised.
Is black people in
Yes.
Arkansas? I didn't know that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, however we got connected, I'm glad we did. And like I said, I've always been following your stuff. I want to say I came in on your YouTube journey around 30,000. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't even that long ago though.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That was I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you was at 30,000, and
Yeah.
okay, so before and now you're at almost 150,000.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So let's
Yes.
go. So let's go back a little bit. I want to know, like, where did YouTube come in at with you? Like, what made you be like, okay, I got to do this YouTube thing, or what had you always been like a funny in the funny like comedy realm, or like what was it? Like, where did YouTube come in at?
Well, I've always been funny, but as a child, when you're funny, they call it bad in the South. But I was always a funny child. I love to make people laugh and smile, and that's just what I always done. And initially, I actually started out doing poetry, spoken word in church, and I feel like maybe that's where my lane would be, but it was not. It was actually writing and entertaining and creating these sketches, and it just took off from there. Now, as far as YouTube, I was newly married, had just had a baby in a new city, and my husband was working graveyards, and I was actually afraid to go to sleep.
Okay.
So, yes, I was afraid. Like I said, it's a new apartment, new area. I got a new baby, and I was not comfortable without my husband. And when he would go to work and I couldn't sleep, that was the time that I started recording YouTube videos. And
Wow,
that's where it started because I
man.
was afraid to go to sleep.
And you said so. You said I'm gonna record YouTube videos, and I'm just gonna do funny sketches or just little
You know,
monologue.
Well, initially when I started doing YouTube, I was still, uploading poetry. And the people were like, nah, we don't want to hear that poetry. We we good on the poetry. And so so I started doing hair tutorials. And they were like, that's cute, but no, we ain't
Oh man, that's
we
great.
don't we don't want the hair tutorials either. And then I started doing the comedy. And that's what they kind of gave me my highest engagement. I won't say that's what popped it off because it's never overnight, like the people say. But
Yeah.
that's what caused the most engagement.
Wow.
And so that's where I stayed.
That's man. So I'm gonna come back to that. I want to give a shout out to Lim Drops in the comments. I want to give a shout out to DJ Strick in the comments. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my cousin Kendall Andrea is her name on here. What's up, Cuzzo? She's getting into YouTube too. So I love that, younger, black women could see you doing your thing. It's great. Representation is great. So I love the fact that you said, so you got on YouTube, and I think this is the struggle with a lot of new creators. It's like they want to do what they want to do, right? So you said you did the poetry and like, eh. You did the hair tutorials, and then you found something that worked, which was the comedy, and clearly that was got you the most engagement. So you doubled
Mhm.
and tripled and quadrupled down on that, and that's where you see the most of your growth is. I'm sure, right?
Yes, yes. I
Wow.
don't even try to do listen, I have a whole book of poetry that even if I promote it, the people are still gonna say, okay, where are the jokes? What's funny? What's
Wow.
funny? Because that's what they know to expect from me.
Yeah.
So, that's just,
That's
it just is what it is.
That's awesome, man. Well, congrats on that. And so you come into this realization that, man, people are really gravitating toward my comedy. So then what type of conversation do you have, or what type of strategy or workflow or plan did you set out to be like, now I just have to be more consistent with it, be more driven with it? Like, what was your strategy from there, just to kind of give the people more of what they wanted? Because one thing, before
I,
you even answer that, one thing I would say with you is you're like a beast with the content. Like, you're relentless, and that is one thing. In my opinion, I think you're relentless. Like, you do not play with your uploads. Is it 2 a day, 3 a day, or is it just 1 a day? Because it seems like it's 10 a day.
you know what? Honestly, I'm in the creator studio every day, all day. I'm looking at my analytics and I'm still saying, okay, you need to do more. So I hear you saying, oh, you're a beast and the uploads. And I'm still saying, I need to do more.
Wow.
So sometimes like this month, there were 9 days that I didn't do a video. And I'm just beating myself up saying, you should have made videos. You should have made a video every day. There is no excuse that
Wow.
you didn't make a video. And I know that I should ease up off of myself,
Yeah.
but as a creator, because sometimes you can get creators fatigue and you run out of ideas and you burn out, and it's not healthy to me, to always just push out content and push out content. And I'm not batch recording. I'm not, recording all my stuff on
Yeah.
Saturdays and then scheduling it out for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like when you see an upload from me, I just recorded it and I
Wow.
just edited it.
Wow. That's so.
And I wouldn't advise anybody to do it
So, okay, so man, because that's so much in there. Like, you just unpacked about three different things that I took a mental note of that I would love to step down on. So, all right, so so I guess in that, since you said that, then so what is your mindset on pushing out content? Do you have a content schedule? Do you just write all your ideas down and then get to them as you get to them? Like, what is your process of how you do videos and release content? What is there any strategy behind that, or is it just like a method in the madness type deal? Like, what is your deal?
Yes, I'm crazy. Yes. The thing is, if I had a little bit more sense,
Hmm.
I would have a strategy, I would have a schedule, I would have so many things set in place. But sometimes as an adult, as a wife, as a mother, you can't, you're hardly ever the priority. And so
Wow.
a lot of times I have to put EJ Speaks wherever she can fit in,
Wow.
because, the kids have to eat, they
Wow.
have to go to school, my husband still needs his wife. And so sometimes I'm just kind of squeezing EJ in wherever I can,
Wow.
wherever I can. I really need a team. I need some systems set in place, but I don't, that's not
So
what I'm working with right
so
now.
you got to 150,000 subscribers, just fitting in, getting in where you fit in type deal.
Yeah, but now I will say I'm sure a lot of that came from the pandemic. A lot of more people had more time. They were at home. They weren't working. So I feel like, content creators, that was the wave to ride, because we were the next thing,
Wow.
next to TV and Netflix.
Wow.
And so people wanted to watch new things, and they wanted
Wow.
to see different perspectives. And I think, just because of the pandemic, it kind of took off from there,
Wow.
honestly.
That's amazing. You said so, but and I wouldn't discredit yourself, because you had the work ethic, right, and you had the
Yeah,
content. So it was kind of like Noah. You built your art, and you were just ready for the flood, the water to come in and
yeah,
ride that wave. So you said that was the wave to ride. But if you didn't have that boat built, you couldn't ride the wave. So,
that is
man,
true.
and salute to you for that, because you
Thank
were,
you.
yeah, we didn't know the pandemic was coming. You had no idea. you know um I remember my group, Cash In With Your Passion. You were posting like videos and stuff, and like I said, that's when you were around 30,000 subscribers. And I remember telling you, we're gonna get to 100K this year. We're gonna get to 100K, and you just like 100K. No, we're going for like a million. So that's dope, man. Well, man, salute to you. So I mean, so even now with all the success that you have gotten on YouTube, do you see yourself putting some type of system in place, or some type of content schedule or anything? Are you really not even to that point yet still? You kind of still.
Excuse me. So I feel like I need to take one day to set all of these systems in place, to hire assistants,
Wow.
to allow other creatives to come in and relieve me, because in the beginning, that was a major problem for me. I
Yeah.
didn't trust people, because EJ Speaks was my baby,
Yeah.
and it's my vision, and nobody can care for your baby like you. And so I was very hesitant to let people in. But now it's just like, if I don't if I don't get some help, I'm gonna burn out, or I'm not gonna be um EJ Speaks at the capacity
Yeah.
that I desire.
Wow.
So, but I need to set some things in place. But every time I I have that time, it's like, oh, I need to make a video. I need to make a video. I cannot. I just need to make a video.
Yeah.
I need to make a video, and it just
Yeah.
my
So
priorities are awful.
that's crazy though,
Seriously.
because so many content creators, they fill up their time with the preparing and the planning and this and that. And you're like, you're gonna fill up that time with actually creating. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yes.
I know I fall into that gap where I'm like, man, I don't have this, so I can't make a video, or I don't have this yet, so I can't make a video, or let me get this plan or this schedule, so I can't make a video. But you're like, you have the opposite mindset. You're like, no, I'm gonna create a video first and then try to figure out that other stuff. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
that's just an attest to how your growth is, because you have that create first, mentality, create over
Yeah.
consume. So that's amazing. So I want to go back to something you said. So you have children. You said that.
I have two children. Yes.
Okay. Cause you always
I have
making
two
jokes on Facebook about needing to get pregnant or something like that. I don't
because I want more children. I do
oh,
want more children.
I-
I don't know why, but I do want more.
all this time I'm thinking, Lord, please get that girl a baby, because she's on
I
every
am,
other.
yeah, I am not barren. I have not been declared infertile. I just want more children. I already have two. Yes,
And you, you
yes,
you you be going in on Facebook about getting pregnant. You be like, Lord, maybe
yes,
today is the day. I'd be like, Lord,
yeah,
give her that baby, okay? So yeah,
yes, yes.
it's coming, okay? It's coming. So you got
Well,
you
I
got
mean, we'll see. We'll see.
you got
But
two
yes,
girls, two.
I have two children. I have a son, and he is my baby, and then my oldest is my daughter. And when you see mama videos, parenting videos, that's our real life. That is our real life, for real.
That's what's up, man. So you got a girl and a boy. If I got a girl and a boy, my first two, I would have been done. But I had got two girls, and then we had to go for the boy.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand.
That's what's up, man. Well, cool, man. Congrats on that, and congrats on everything. So, I
Thank
guess
you.
I want to ask you, like, you're really good at. I won't even say writing search trends, because when like a trendy thing happened, I've seen you jump right on it and do a video, and that always does well for you. But like, I wanted to ask you about your creative process. Do you lean on the search trends, or how do you get your ideas for your videos? Because all your ideas for your videos are great. Like, who comes up with that stuff for you? Is it all you?
Um, all me. I sometimes, if I feel like the trend relates to me, as a woman, as a black woman, or something just super funny that I just cannot pass up, of course, I'll make a video about that. Everything else just comes from me being a woman, for sure, a mother, and an employee. So a lot of videos you'll see, coworker videos.
Yeah.
You'll see um, friendship videos where I'm playing, maybe three and four different people. It just comes from my real life, all
Wow.
of it.
So do you keep like a notepad of ideas down? Or?
I used to.
Wow.
I used to write everything down. Initially, when I started just doing the commentary videos, I realized how much data I was wasting, how much time I was wasting on editing, because you get in the camera, I'm just gonna boop 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 boop, and the boop boop boops don't always come out like you think they will. And so it benefits you to write these things down,
Yeah.
even if it's a bulleted list or something like that. But it saves everybody. It saves the battery. It saves the time. It saves everything. But if I feel like it relates to me, more than likely I will talk about it. As I've grown, I do have a mixed population, mixed demographics. And even over time, I feel like that because I'm not super ratchet, or I don't use profanity. I feel like people put me in a box.
Yeah.
And so anything that's out of that sunshine is kind of offensive to them. And so I want to be mindful of my audience,
Yeah.
but not wash myself away,
Wow.
if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
So so it is a balancing game a lot of the times.
That's phenomenal. So had you ever seen yourself doing movies or anything like that? I mean, I've always for like the last year I've been saying, sis, go ahead, start auditioning. Have you ever done any auditions or?
I actually had an audition in October, and I got the part, and it was for one of TD Jakes is working on a 3-part movie series with Lifetime. So I got
What?
the part. That was my first wait, and I I auditioned for one girl, and they loved it, and then they sent back 3 different scripts to see if I would be better for any of those. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, they give me 4 scripts, like, of course, it's mine. It wasn't. It it didn't work. And so we got the email that I got it, and then the next day, maybe 2 days later, we got the call that they just decided to go with somebody else. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just do YouTube until something.
No, but that's I mean, you got the part. It was just probably came down to logistics or something like that, or wh- wh-
I'm not sure. It did not discourage me. It didn't hurt my feelings.
no, no.
We were scheduled to go to Atlanta to shoot, and it didn't happen. And so I was like, okay, God, because at some point you got to realize that you're not. At some point, I realize that I'm not running the show, and I say, okay, you know what's best, because my husband always tells me, um, as far as my work ethic is, he says whatever you do is gonna work. It can't not work because you work too hard. And so
Wow,
he always, and the first time he said, I could have punched him. When you hear something just so, he was like, it can't not work because you put the work in, you work too hard.
wow,
And so I kind of lean on that sometimes, when it doesn't go my way, or when it's not looking the way it should. I always just tell myself it can't not work. It's still gonna work.
wow. That is phenomenal, man. I love that. It
Yeah,
can't not work because you work too
yeah,
hard. So it's gonna come. So
yeah.
man, I want to give some shout outs real quick. It says my E class in bites said overthinking doesn't help. Sometimes even if my video is imperfect, I still post it. And I think she's commenting back to you how you say you create first before you plan. And like I said, most people plan then create. So that's dope. Kim Bucha is in the comments. Hey, what's up, homie? She said we live. Yeah, we have the Miss Queen D in the comments. Diana Gladney. Wow, she's a super big content creator as well. I learned a lot from. She says, "Hey, hey, hey, love EJ, Black Girl Magic." Yeah, and we have Devin in the comments. What? Alicia Way. How the heck did you get EJ Speaks on here? Oh, this is the fam. This is Fam Bam right here. Yeah, what's popping, EJ? Yeah, so you got some some fans in the comments. Oh, Diana Gladney said, "What about partnering with Kev on Stage Studios? Is that a possibility?" That's a great question, Diana. You should
Well,
come on
you
here
know
and
what?
ask the
That's
questions.
so funny. That is so funny. So Kev and I have done shows together before. Uh, we have a relationship. Uh, my husband has a relationship with him and his brother. I speak with his wife. Um, had it not been for the pandemic, I would have been on the Keep Your Distance virtual show that
Oh
he
wow,
done before the year ended. But again, the circumstances. So I'll probably, it may be this year on the Keep Your Distance, or maybe another project. But for sure, we've been talking, and I just feel like, of course, we'll be working together soon. Yeah.
you're in Arkansas. He's now in California, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's what. How far is Arkansas? I don't even know.
Don't play with me. Don't do that.
Arkansas.
Don't
How do
do
you,
that.
how do you spell Arkansas? Were you born out there, like born and raised?
I swear I have been in Arkansas all my life,
But you kind
for
of
real.
you have a vibe like a city girl though, like a city girl vibe.
Everybody says that. Everybody thinks I'm either in Atlanta
Yeah,
or LA, and I'm saying no,
I'm in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
That's dope, man.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. So cool, man. I love it. So that was a great question, yeah. And kind of spinning off of that, like you have Tyler Perry Studios, you have TD Jakes who got his thing, you got Kev on stage. I think now there are a lot of opportunities for black actors to get into that space. So I believe 2021 is your year for that. Like I've been saying it for like a year or two. That I just see you on the big screen. So I believe that what you should do, and you probably already doing this. Have you made up your own characters and own scripts and things like that? Have you thought about doing that, and that just presenting those to the big studios?
I have pilots that are probably 2 to 3 years old. When I say I'm a writer, see, it's not just, oh, let me do something catchy, let me do something real quick so I can get Instagram followers. Like I'm a writer at heart. I'm a storyteller.
Wow.
And sometimes I tell it through poetry, sometimes I tell it through sketches, sometimes I tell it through scripts, but I'm gonna tell a story. I mean, that's who I am at heart. So the writing, that's what I want to do. I mean, of course I want to act and I want to, bring to life as many characters. And I would love to work with Issa Rae and Kevin said everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm not just I'm not an empty vessel where, you tell me what to say and I say it, or you tell me, what character to play and I'll do that. No, I come with a lot of stuff. I come with a
Yeah.
lot of assets.
That's what's
Yes,
up. Devin said, at least EJ, I am in Arkansas too. Eliseo, don't get hurt in these Arkansas streets.
exactly. Or Arkansas roads.
Don't stick a bull on me now. Don't stick a what y'all got out there? A cow? I don't know. Let me stop.
What? What?
No,
What?
that's dope though. And I think that's a testament to like you have so much more to offer and you have so much wrapped up in you. I think that's super dope. Now getting back on the YouTube thing, would you so let me ask you, are you working still? Like in a job? Are you full time
No,
mom in YouTube?
no. After the pandemic, during the pandemic, I worked from home as long as they allowed me. I was working in admissions for a urology clinic. I've always worked in the medical field, and I've always worked. And I've always got when I got fired, I've always gotten fired because of EJ Speaks.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Wow.
Um,
Because you're doing skits on the job?
well, no, no.
Sis.
Coworkers would think I was talking about them, and
And you
they were
were.
believed.
You were. You were.
But if I don't say your name, if I don't say your name,
Then hey.
you need to leave me alone. And then, the next time I got fired, I had just started doing stand-up comedy, and I was selling out shows, and I done an interview with the news station here, and that just really just ruffled the feathers that be, and it was just like after that, you know when the change is coming, and so at one point I questioned myself. I'm like, okay, God, do you want me to even make these videos? Because I'm like, EJ Speaks at that time wasn't profitable. And so it's like my job, I normally get paid every 2 weeks. I don't know what YouTube is going to pay me. I don't know who's going to need a promotion this week. I don't know, what income to expect from this. What am I supposed to do?
Wow.
And, it was my mom that said, but you still can't stop.
Mm.
You can't stop. Like one time I got fired right before Christmas.
Wow.
And I'm looking at my kids saying, I don't know.
Mm.
I'm looking at my husband saying, I'm sorry.
Mm.
I don't, this is all because in my head, I'm doing something that I thought I was created to do. And it just was not, that's why I said, that it's not an overnight success.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes many nights. And a lot of those nights you're not sleeping. A lot of those nights you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay your bills and do what you love.
Wow.
It's not overnight. It's not. It's
Man.
not.
Man, you bringing all the feels now, sis. You bringing all the feels now. Come on now. I'm
I'm
over
just
here.
saying, most of my videos are funny, but the journey to get here has not been a
Funny.
laughing matter. It hasn't.
Wow.
It hasn't.
Man,
It
I
hasn't.
love
It
that.
hasn't.
Most of my videos are funny, but my journey to get here has not been a laughing matter. Wow,
It
that's
hasn't. It hasn't. It hasn't.
man, that's what's up,
It
man.
hasn't.
It says we have B Love Inc. in the house. What's up to the homegirls? What's up to them? Down in Gladney said fired because the dream was too big. That's all. Yeah, man. Carlos in the house. So real quick, I want to ask you. So how did that go? They just pull you in the office. Hey, by the way, we saw your YouTube video. You got to go. Like, how was that? Like,
The first time, because it's been two times. The first time I was called to the office and my boss said, such and such said, you made a video about her. And I said, but I didn't. Like, if you know creatives, you don't even have to be talking specifically about something. You could see an inkling of something and create an entire story from it. And
right,
so that's
right,
what I had done.
yeah,
And she really took offense to this created story and assumed it was her. Because honestly, I wasn't talking about her. But she had been on the job longer. She was an older woman. And she had seniority, and she said, that I was talking about her on my YouTube video. And of course, that violated their ethics
the
policy or
HIPAA laws. Like it ain't. And so,
something,
man, that's crazy.
something.
But I think that's just a step for God pushing you kind of more into your purpose. I hear you refer to God a lot. Like I know you're a woman of faith. Like, is that a big part of like what you do? And like, do you lean on your faith? Find yourself leaning on your faith a lot for this journey and what?
I don't have a choice. I feel like for me, and I can only speak about my journey. Even with all the creativity, even with all of the talent and skills, I still need the guidance. It's almost like you getting in a brand new Mercedes with the silkiest motor and the nicest tires. But if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a GPS, if you don't have the direction, then the car means nothing. And that's how I feel most times. I said, I'm not in control. I have no idea how this is going to end. I don't know what the next phase is. I just know that it's going to happen, but I don't know the capacity. I don't know the timing. And that's why I lean to my faith. Because if
Wow.
it's left up to me, I'm going to quit.
Hmm.
I'm going to quit.
That's amazing. So I love that. I just love that. So kind of getting back to the YouTube, when would you? I know you said the pandemic is really when you seen it kind of take off. I remember when you hit 100,000, and I was like, man, congrats on 100,000. But since then, you're already 50 more thousand subscribers up. Like, what are you averaging? Like 20,000 subscribers a month, 10,000 a month? Like,
Well, so I'll tell you what it was. Normally I average maybe about 3 or 4 thousand a month.
okay,
But if a video is trendy enough, of course, people like what they see on a trendy video, they will go ahead and subscribe. So there was a video that I made just this month actually. Can we normalize regular faces? And that video has like over 400,000 views.
wow,
And because of it, I've gotten like 13,000 subscribers from that video. So, I'm uploading and I'm creating, but some of them just take off
yeah.
quicker and go further than a lot of my uploads, and that was one of them.
So I know you had to turn your notifications off inside your email. That's like new subscriber, new subscriber. Those just go straight to the spam box now, I guess.
Yeah, I could, but I cut that off years ago. I
Yeah.
cut that off years ago. Yeah,
I actually, when you're getting so many subscribers and they go, you send that straight to your trash, but even then you have to delete your trash every couple of weeks because there's just be so
yeah,
many subscribers. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So now, I'm very interested in this question. What, I guess, are you an entertainment channel, entertainment niche? Comment, like, what does YouTube classify your niche as? Do you know?
I would like to say entertainment, but I'm not even sure,
Gotcha.
honestly.
Well, what would you say would be the average of like your CPM for your channel? Like my guess would be because I have other friends in your same niche, and their CPM is kind of lower. Like I would say between $2 and $7. Is yours the same or is it higher? Like,
Yeah, I would say the average is probably about 10 to 12.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I
I would,
wonder.
yeah.
I wonder why yours is higher than most. I mean,
Well, but see, here's the thing. The video with the 400,000 views, it's at like, I want to say three. And I was talking to my husband the other night, and I was like, this is not making sense because, of course, we always check the analytics and you
yeah,
look at your numbers all the time. And I'm saying, something is not right. So I guess I don't know if it was maybe the topic, and
yeah,
every advertiser couldn't
yeah,
or didn't see that it was beneficial to use that video as a marketing place. That all depends,
yeah.
and it would go different every time.
No, but I'll tell you, 10 to 12 average is high, way higher than my friends who do the same type of stuff, like comedy stuff. But
Mm,
you know what I would think, because you're so wholesome with your content. You never curse, right? You
I
never.
need to start.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because that's what I would think. I would think because you're so clean with your content, it has rewarded you with a higher CPM.
Maybe
Because
so. Maybe so.
yeah, absolutely. Because now you're more friendly to the advertiser. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. So that's what's up, man. I just wanted to touch on that because so now I know I'm a YouTuber. I get every month I get an ad revenue check. I know that the ad revenue checks do in no way you can retire from that. You can quit your job from that. But just as my channel is about content creation and monetization, what else do you do in conjunction with ad revenue? I know I'm pretty sure you do brand deals or sponsorships. Like, what else do you do to help bring like EJ Speaks the brand, make it monetizable? I love those type of questions.
So, of course, I get ad revenue, and because of the growth, um, I'll say maybe from August of last year is really when my profits leaped to where I can stay at home.
That's what's up.
Um, if
Congrats.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even. I've never even gotten paid this much in my life,
That's what's up.
and I've had good jobs, and nice paychecks, but um, I'll never after this I'll never work again. The
Hey,
goal actually is if the last 4 months of last year, if it were to continue, I would love for my husband to even just come home and we do this together full time because
wow,
the money is there. And
wow,
I'm not even in affiliate marketing. I don't have brand deals. If you see me doing an ad, it's because maybe a small business owner has reached out to me and said, hey, can you do a skit for my video? Or hey, can I send you this dress?
wow,
Or things like I have no brand deals or sponsorships or affiliate marketing or anything. It's just YouTube and what I create
wow,
for small businesses or growing entrepreneurs.
wow. So hold on,
Yeah,
I'm confused a little bit, and I just got to keep it 100 with you because like you wrote me. Remember when you inboxed me and was like, "Hey, bro, you got to make sure you put your shirts on your YouTube channel." And I hadn't even thought about that. So like you don't even do that. You don't sell merch or anything.
the only merchandise I have now tonight is my book, and that's always in my description box. But of course, it's a book of poetry, and when you're used to seeing somebody in a comical aspect, it may be hard for you to convert or accept them
Yeah,
in another shape. So
bro. Yeah.
I have my book sales, but because it's not something I often promote, I wouldn't even consider that. I wouldn't even add that as a stream of revenue.
So
But I am working on some courses.
okay, okay, okay.
Um,
Now we talking because you know I'm going now. Let's hear about it.
So I am working on some courses for content creators and businesses or entrepreneurs that want to work with influencers or content creators. It was something I was supposed to have done by Black Friday of last year, but um, like someone said about overthinking, I have just been saying, well, nobody's gonna buy this from you.
Mm, mm,
Um, it's not gonna work.
mm,
A lot of times we can just be the biggest and worst enemy to ourselves
mm-hmm,
and to our ideas and our projects. And we interfere with our wealth.
mm,
We interfere with, changing lifestyles.
Wow.
And that's what I have done um, since October of last year. I have literally been in my own way
Wow.
to where I need people to say, "Oh no, you can do it, you can do it." And I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, why do you need a witness? Why do you need a babysitter? Like all of your numbers are there on any platform.
Yeah.
You can sell what you want to sell.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Diana Gladney said, "Get that, buy me a coffee, sis." Have you heard of buy me a coffee?
No,
Oh, okay. Are you familiar with Diana Gladney?
no, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna connect y'all.
Um,
I think y'all should have a conversation. She's a full time YouTuber as well. Well, I won't say
okay,
YouTuber, but she's around. She just hit 10,000, about to hit 11,000 subscribers,
okay,
and she's full time, content creator. So I want to kind of introduce y'all because I believe she's going to
okay,
be able to really just give you some tips or some direction
okay,
on how you can really just kind of take everything to another level because she's super
okay,
professional like that. But no, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, you didn't have to buy my shirt. You did. I didn't even ask you to buy my shirt. You just bought my shirt. So when you drop your course, I'm gonna be your first buyer of your
thank
course, the content
thank you.
creation, whatever you call it. Okay, I'm gonna be the EJ Speaks
Thank you. And let
Masterclass.
me tell you something about me even buying your shirt. I always try to be the customer that I want buying
Wow,
my things.
wow.
And of course, I can say, "Oh, well, give it to me. I wear it in a video and I promote it. Don't charge me." But it's like, people got to eat. People can't eat off of views. People can't eat off of. I'm telling you, I
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
food every day. I never eat views. I never eat views. So I never want to use my name to not sow into what someone has created because
Wow.
I know how hard it is.
I
I know
appreciate
how
that.
hard it is.
That's love. That's love. The video you just made today had the shirt on. I saw that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, how you know when I'm getting old? And you have 16,000 views on that
and
video today. What?
and that's bad. That's bad. But I uploaded around maybe 8:30 last night,
Oh,
and for some reason, my time has shifted to where I would normally have a video posted at 10 a.m. or around that time, and now it's like 8 o'clock at night. It's just I'm telling you, my life is crazy.
let me
My
see if
life
I
is
can
crazy.
let me see if I can get your channel up on the screen here. All right. Can you hear me? Oh,
Yes.
okay, but we can't see you. So let me get you here. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right, cool. Do I need to get me on here? Man, let me just do a quick camera overlay. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right, boom. All right, so we're gonna go to my M50. Shout out to Diana Gladney for helping me buy the M50. No, that's an inside thing. That's an inside thing. All right, so circle, boom. All right, so I'm right
Is that
here.
what you're streaming from?
I'm streaming from Canon M50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got
I've
10 of
heard
them.
wonderful things about that camera. I was debating on that because I'm a Canon girl. But
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. You might need to be a
okay.
Sony. You might need to be a Sony girl from what everybody's telling me. So,
No,
but let's look at your channel. So wow, 147,000 subscribers. Congrats on that.
thank
Um,
you.
yeah, I want to just look. So 23 hours ago, you uploaded this video, and thanks for wearing my shirt. I appreciate that. And you have 20,000 views now. I mean, that's
Okay.
just so remarkable to me. Like, so the algorithm is truly on your side right now because
It
20,000
seems
views.
that way.
Wow. So and when we talked about earlier, so a lot of content creators, once they see this type of momentum, they're in their analytics and they're figuring out how to magnify that. And you're saying that you don't even really get into the analytics part of it, or what?
The only thing I can say that will make sense is I could not find someone that was doing what I was doing.
Okay.
Not a woman, not a girl, not somebody that wasn't twerking or somebody that wasn't. I mean, no shade, we love it. We love it. It's the culture. But I couldn't find somebody that wasn't cussing, that
Wow.
wasn't twerking, that didn't have baby daddy this. And I couldn't find somebody that was in the lane
Wow.
that I was. And the only person that was close to that was Kev on stage.
Oh wow. Wow.
And I saw he was literally just this. this work ethic model for me. And I was like, Kev talks about everything. Kev posts every single day. And Kev, if he's recording his car, he's still gonna upload. If he's, in an office, if it's bad lighting,
Wow.
if he messed up on the word, Kev is still gonna upload. And I mimicked it as much as I could,
Wow.
without starving my children and depriving my husband.
Because
But I just watched
you know, as
Kev.
husbands can be very needed. I know.
Of course, as can the wives. But I watched Kev, and I was just like, this dude is a monster.
Yeah.
How does he do this every single day? And of course, you have to be careful when you start looking at your peers and other people saying, well, why aren't my numbers like that, and why don't I have the phone? You have to be careful. It was never a comparison to him for me. It just was his work ethic. To me, he was just like this Beyonce of content creators. And it
Wow.
was just like nobody is working harder
Wow.
than Kev on stage. He
Wow.
may not be going viral like Desi Banks or B Simone or all the other ones, but he was working every day.
Wow.
And I just, like I said, I couldn't find a woman that was that looked similar to
Wow.
me. I didn't
Yeah.
see anybody making mom videos and making coworker videos,
Wow. Yeah.
and I didn't see it. And he
Yeah.
was just the only person that I could say, okay, this is similar to what I'm doing. He sounds similar to me, you know, and I just that's what I went with, and
Yeah.
that's what I stuck with.
I can truly say I think you're kind of in that lane by yourself. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, but
Wow.
I felt like this for years. It's just when I look up through my peers, that may be hilarious, but it's just me over here. It's just me.
Wow. Well, that's phenomenal. How did you meet Kev on stage? Did y'all just meet online or oh y'all got
We
booked
actually,
together?
yep, we were booked together.
Okay.
And it popped from there. His brother at the time was managing him, and his brother and my husband connected, and it just went from there. But I was booked to actually do a show with him. Yeah,
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's what's up, man. Oh, why am I getting feedback here, man? That is what's up. So I mean, in a lot of ways, I think, one thing this is what I notice about YouTube. You have all the gurus that tell you you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. But and by all means, that stuff is true. I get it, But one thing that I notice about certain content creators that levels the playing field, and that's like the equalizer of a lot of things that when they don't do all those things is the work ethic. That is what I notice just equals the playing field. So even though your thumbnails may not be like, and like if I look at your channel, like, a traditional channel review, they would say, oh, your thumbnails aren't the best, right? Like you don't have this, and you put all caps on your titles. They say don't do that. And like your channel banner, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like there are
it's
some,
cheap and raggedy. Yes,
but I'm just saying to me that encourages me because it's like if you can, I guess, do all these things wrong that the gurus tell you not to do, and you're growing exponentially, then to me the only thing that speaks to is your work ethic. And I think
yeah.
mimicking Kev on stage in that way, and to say have that mindset, I have to do a video every day. I mean that's is that your mindset, a video every day, kinda. I mean, because you do that, whether you want it.
But again, if I had a little bit more sense,
Uh huh.
I would batch record on Saturdays
Yeah.
and schedule them out. And I would have more time during the week to actually work on creating additional streams of revenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just not what that's not what it is right now.
Yeah.
That's what it will be.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's just like I gotta create. And it's not um I've learned not to seek perfection because as a woman, to me, I just feel like we're supposed to always be pretty. We're supposed to always have this beautiful aesthetic and appearance. And so at one point I was like, it hindered me because I'm like, I don't have time to put on makeup and then do a video, because by the time I get through with the makeup, I don't feel like doing the video.
Wow.
It was so much that I was putting on to perfection. And then before it was about that, it was, well, I can't do videos because I don't have softbox lights and everybody else has those lights,
Yeah.
or I don't have a ring light,
Yeah.
and everybody has the ring light. And
Wow.
here I am now in my office with soft boxes everywhere and two cameras and seven lenses and the computer or printer. And this, I don't even use half of this stuff. I don't even use half of this stuff. So you have to be careful when you chase um the manuscript of perfection,
Wow.
because they'll tell you it shouldn't do this, it shouldn't be this, you should do this. But like you said, what can you there's nothing that outweighs work ethic,
Wow.
and it can't not work because you work too hard. So
Wow.
it just
Love that. Love that. I will be mini clipping that little segment right out right there, because I'll tell you what, man. I was pumping out content after content with my little cell phone, getting subscriber after subscriber. I went and spent all this money on stuff that I don't know how to work, and it paralyzed me. So I'm really trying to get my mindset back into just use what you got and go at what you know and get this content out. So I just love that you kind of never fell into that trap and whatnot. So that's dope. So let's talk. You said, and sitting in my office, you have a new home. I think you bought. Is that
yes, have
YouTube?
a brand new home.
Is that
Yes.
YouTube? Is that
You
YouTube?
think it's not?
Wow.
When I tell you there was a leak, granted we got the home built. I'll tell you what, and I'll be very transparent. There is no way we would have had our down payment for the home if it were not for the earnings that were made on YouTube.
That was crazy. But I kind of going back to that, you said all you do is the ad revenue, and we all know ad revenue is pennies compared to every other stream. So to me, I'm mind blown that you're just doing all this with ad revenue, even though granted it's a lot of money, but that's usually in the 20 to 30 percentile of other YouTubers' earnings. You know what I'm saying? So so you could legit be probably making like, of course you're making six figures, but you could probably be making like seven figures right now. So it's like we got to.
If I do, that's what I'm saying. If I do, at the end of this year, I want my husband to come home. But I mean, he's a man and he's worked on his job for over 12 years. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you
We
you know,
we alpha male, so you sure enough got to be showing us a check for us to come off that
right,
bad boy. Like, hold on, sis.
right,
You
right,
making
right.
six now? We gonna wait on seven. I'll be home. Wait on
Yeah,
seven.
yeah. I
But
get it.
no,
I get it.
that's what's up, man. Well, hey, man, I just, man, you completely encouraged me tonight. I can't think of a. I mean, oh, I do want to ask you. So you film on your phone, or do you use one of those cameras that you bought?
Yes, I normally use my EOS, no. Yes, my 90D, my Canon 90D,
Okay.
or my first one was like the Rebel T6i. And so
Oh,
I rarely use that one, but I use the 90D with maybe my Sigma 30 millimeter lens, 1.4. And
that's all the tech you got for us. you
yeah,
said you said that
I
real
mean, 'cause
bougie.
I'm telling you, I have like said again, I did get caught up in buying things
Yeah.
because I was wondering why my videos didn't look like all of these perfect videos. Forget my content, forget what I'm saying. Why is my quality not
Yeah.
looking like theirs? And so, she says you need the 50 millimeter. Okay, you buy the 50 millimeter. It's still not. So
Yeah.
that's why you have to know and understand what you're buying. Again, you can't just buy the Mercedes and think the Mercedes. You still gotta learn how to drive the
Wow.
Mercedes.
Facts.
You still gotta learn how to drive it. So I found myself just buying all of these electronics, and I had no knowledge of the manual setting. I'm Listen, I had my cameras for probably, I would say I had been using the camera maybe 4 years before I understood manual is a real thing, and this is what you need it on.
Wow.
This is for years. This is some I've been making videos for 10 years now.
Wow.
And and see again, I believe sometimes we get caught up in investing in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I invested in the content. but I didn't invest in the knowledge
Wow.
of the equipment.
Yes. Yes.
So it's not enough to just buy the fancy things and buy the all the technology. You got to learn how to use it.
So what do you film on now, and what do you edit with now? That's the question I have.
I normally film with the 90D.
Okay.
It's looking at me now with the Sigma lens,
Okay.
the 30 millimeter, and
Okay.
then I edit on Adobe Premiere
Oh, okay. Wow. That's what's
because
up.
I'm not an Apple user. I'm not.
Yeah. You don't have you don't have an iPhone?
Don't say I don't have an iPhone. Don't say it like that.
I
Don't do that.
I don't have an iPhone either though.
Everybody in my house is an iPhone user. It's just I can't get with it. I
Di
can't.
Diana Gladney said nobody told Eliseo to go buy 4 Canon M50s. So yeah, we have a love-hate relationship over this Canon, the Canon M50. It's a long story. I ain't gonna drag you
Okay,
into, but
okay, okay. So are you saying not to buy that as my next purchase?
so I have 4 Canon M50s, but you know, to my use case is I use them for church, so it kind of helps me. That's how I stream for church. So for you, I like the Canon M50, but depending on your use case, what Diana would say, she's one of my coaches, by the way. Like she's one of my like YouTube mentors.
Okay,
I pay her for consulting, but she always say use case, and you know, for my use case, it works. You know, for your use
okay,
case, a Canon M50 may work as well, but they're saying Sony's for content creation is like the best thing because they don't have as much limitations and things like that. So that's a tech talk that I'm barking up the wrong tree because I'm not a tech guy, but yeah. So before you spend money though, I am gonna link you with her and y'all can just kind of talk. And
okay,
she's so scientific and methodical with all that stuff.
okay,
She can tell you about gear, and then she can kind of tell you some things for your channel and how you can scale it and
okay,
all that stuff. So that's a different conversation that we ain't finna talk about right now. You
okay.
know? But we're gonna wind this down. So yeah, I was interested in what you use to film. So it's a Canon 90D. You use Adobe. You keep your edits pretty simple though. Like, did you have to learn how to edit? Like you taught yourself how to edit? I imagine.
All of that is self-taught, but I'm looking for a more advanced program because I do want to do more with editing. Because to me, again, I look at my peers, I look at the videos that I enjoy watching, I look at the videos that catch my attention, and it's because of the editing. It's not necessarily because of what the content creator is saying or doing, but it's the editing
Yeah.
sometimes that pulls me in.
Yeah.
So I just, like I said, I don't want to get caught up while I'm on this momentum, and slow down because of a new editing program,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. You know, leverage the momentum, absolutely, because you know while you're on this wave and the algorithm is favoring you, then hey, double down, triple down. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
You edit all your own videos. Do I guess as
mhm,
you grow, because I know you said earlier it's hard for you to kind of relinquish certain responsibilities, certain duties, and power to other people. But as you grow a team, do you see yourself maybe getting an editor or see yourself getting none of that, huh? She's like, nah. Mm-mm.
as a matter of fact, my husband just started a YouTube channel, a sports YouTube channel, and
Wow.
I edit his videos,
Oh
so I
wow.
know that I'm not gonna. As a matter of fact, I saw a very popular YouTuber. She was um, she had pictures put up and she would give commentary. And she was like, and this was the funniest one right here. Ha 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 ha. And the picture didn't pop up.
Wow.
And this isn't a live video, this is an uploaded video.
Yeah.
And everybody in the comments, and the video was 6 minutes long, but nobody talked about anything else in the video except for her not having that picture up. And I thought to myself, she must have an editor because there's no way she would have actually just forgot to put that picture up if she was editing it herself. So that to me said, okay, no, I don't want an editor.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I
I
don't.
got you. I got
Mm-mm,
you. But I
mm-mm.
think where you're going, something's gonna have to shake because are you
Of
gonna be
course.
you're gonna be 10 people in one. I mean,
Yeah.
and God has just blessed you to be able to do that thus far. And I don't think it's so bad at 150,000 subscribers. But I mean, sis, you're gonna hit that millie. You're gonna hit a million, especially with your work ethic. I mean, we've seen Kelly Stamps. I seen her go from 6,000 to now a 500,000 in like a year. So I
Yeah.
think when you catch that wave, you don't know what could happen. Are you familiar with like Kelly Stamps or any of the new YouTubers?
Some of them, some of them. I try not to, like I said, it's hard as a creator. I try to have a balance on who I'm looking at
Yeah,
so that I'm not distracted by their numbers and the things that they're doing. And a lot of times I don't follow a lot of people because I don't want to subconsciously mimic their
yeah,
content,
yes,
you know, because I've done that before and I've done
yes,
horrible
yes.
years ago. I done a funny sketch and everyone told me, "Girl, that's the same type of video such and such did. That's
Wow.
such." And I thought, "Oh, it is."
You out here biting in these streets.
Because see, sometimes we'll lie, we'll fight, and say, I know, I sat back and honestly said, "Okay, that's where." And it was at that moment that I stopped following
Wow.
people that done sketches and people who done funny videos because I wanted to make sure from that moment on that I was always original and I
Wow.
was not even subconsciously
Wow. Absorbing
doing
that.
something
Yeah. Hmm.
that I had already seen. So
Wow.
at that moment I was like, okay, no, because I don't for my sake and for my mental sake,
Wow.
I want to do what's in my head, not what's in their head.
Well, that's
So,
a that's a real that you even admit that, because a lot of creators won't even admit that they pull from
oh no,
other. Yeah.
I messed up. I messed up. I messed up.
So who as a YouTube creator, who do you watch or follow or like? We know Kev on stage, but is there anybody else that you like? Man, I like her stuff. She's safe. I can watch her or watch him and not absorb their style too much. I mean, you got to have some type of YouTube people you follow.
Um,
She like, nope, 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 nah.
on YouTube, I don't follow. Um, I follow a lot of makeup people on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Um, my YouTube people are not diverse at all. I do have like some plus size people that have plus size channels or like hair people, but there's nobody that I look at and say, oh, they do what I do. I,
Oh, and I guess you said that. You did say that earlier. You said I looked around and I couldn't really find nobody who. Wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
Dope, dope. Well, hey,
And I'm sure that there are women out there. As a matter of fact, one of them reached out to me. She's on YouTube. I think her channel is maybe the Mompreneur,
oh,
I think.
mompreneur.
And
Yeah, mompreneur.
she
Yeah, I'm in
you
a
know
I'm
who
in a video ranking academy with her actually. She's in Sean's Cannon's course, so we chop it
now,
up.
let's make sure we talking about the same person. She has braces
Mompreneur. I only know one mompreneur on YouTube. Yeah, she's a black chick, right?
and she has a white husband.
Oh, I don't know. I never went that far into her.
She makes funny videos about teachers and
I believe we're talking about the same chick. Yeah.
so I just recently discovered her on YouTube and I follow her and I
Okay.
love her videos. And she
Okay.
actually reached out to me and she was like, because I was commenting on her videos.
Gotcha.
And she found me on Instagram. She was like, I just want to thank you because you paved the way
Yeah.
for me to do what I
Yes.
love to do.
Absolutely.
And for her to not be a young girl, it just for her to be in her 30s and
Wow.
for her to say, you did this and I'm doing what I do because of you. And you made it easy. It just for me, it just blew my mind because
You about to cry,
sometimes,
sis? You about to
oh
cry?
my
Don't
God,
cry now. Don't cry, because I'm gonna hate to laugh at you on my show. I'm gonna
no, but
laugh.
for her to not be like this 18-year-old girl,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
who has time on her side, for her to be like a grown woman.
Yeah.
And she's saying, I've been watching you for years.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said it got my heart because again I look around and I don't see anybody that looks like me that does what I do. And
Wow.
so for it to be somebody that said, girl, I'm doing it too. Thank you. It just was like, oh my God, sister.
Yeah.
It felt so good to
That's
know
what's up.
that somebody else was doing it too. So
Wow.
no, I wasn't about to cry though,
I saw your eyes getting real glossy over there.
no, mm-mm. I'm
Well,
from Arkansas. We don't cry here.
yeah, I feel you. Well, hey man, we usually after my show we go to Clubhouse and we have the crowd ask you questions, but you don't got an iPhone, so we can't do that tonight. Okay.
I don't know if you invited me here to hurt my feelings or if it was to
Yes. All the
actually
feelings.
network. I mean,
All,
because I'm not.
all the feelings getting hurt. But we know it's late and we know that your husband needs you and your kids need you.
Mhm.
So so we ain't gonna hold you too late. Let's get in these comments real quick. So Diana Gladney said, yeah, we definitely speaking that million into existence. I'm gonna start a Facebook chat with just you and her tonight, and
Okay.
y'all can link and you can hit her up whenever and she'll hit you
Okay.
up. She's dope, super dope. It says facts protect, gotta protect your creativity from other folks, absolutely, and vice versa. She said, I do the same thing. Diana Gladney with the hearts, Be Love Inc. with the hearts. Let's let her shed those tears. No,
Exactly.
we ain't, no, no. She be hard on me. I'm gonna be hard on her. Suck it up,
Okay,
sis.
that's fair. That's fair.
So now, all right, as we bring this thing to a close, and we ain't a Baptist church with 4 closings, what would be your what would be your advice, or something that you would give a new YouTuber, a new content creator? I mean, you've blessed me tonight because I think the moral of the story with you is work ethic, right? Your relentless work ethic is impeccable. So we don't need you to tell us that because we got that. But what other thing that you have for a new content creator that you feel like will help them cut through the noise, really help them? And what I love about you is you're a mother, you're a wife. For such a long time, you worked doing this. So many content creators are juggling so many hats. Like, what is something that you can tell us to just, as a new content creator, help us?
I would say honestly, as far as any content that you want to upload or any route to your passion, I would say, and I know it's cliche to say keep going, but when it's your passion, the passion is not going to let you quit anyway. You can quit, but you'll start again and then you'll be behind. So I know it's cliche to say keep going and don't stop, but that's really what it is, because the numbers won't always look good in the beginning, and you won't always get all the sales, and family won't always support or share or do the things that it costs nothing to do. Friends won't always do it either, but you have to want it so bad for yourself that you keep going, even when it does not make sense to keep going, when it doesn't smell like success, it doesn't feel like success, you still have to keep going. But it's not just keep going, keep going, keep going, because remember in the beginning, I had to bend and I had to be flexible about what I was giving my audience. Don't be so passionate about what you create that nobody else matters.
Hmm.
Because if you want people to support it, you have to hear what the people are saying. So you got to be flexible in a sense that you can hear, but not in the sense that you wash your talent away or you wash your own ideas away. That's
Wow,
what I would say.
man, that is good stuff. Good stuff, man. You bringing out all the feels. You my first guest that be bringing out the feels.
I'm from Arkansas, so
So when you get them roles, go for them roles that you got to cry because you got that down. Okay, you got that
you
down.
know what? I got an audition tonight, and it's like the audition is only one line, and I just feel like she's so urban and ghetto, and I'm like, God, don't. And so it's a ghetto line. I'm trying to. How do you say it's sophisticated? Just
What's the
let's
line?
just
Let's
change
hear it.
it.
Let's hear it first.
No, I can't. As a matter of fact, she's a bartender.
Okay. Want you buy me a drink?
She's a
Mm-hmm.
bartender, and it's these two young boys that come in the bar, and she always lets them buy drinks, and they're underage. And one of them told her to send such and such a drink, and she was like, "I'm gonna stop letting your young butt come up in here. Got me doing all this work." And I was like, "I don't want that. I don't. I don't want that." So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to find a way to be a sophisticated
It's for a movie or
barista.
a movie or a commercial?
This is a TV series coming.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and it's a recurring role. So I mean, it will be it's gonna be a very prominent show. It's
Oh,
gonna hit because all of his stuff hits. But I didn't want to do that.
so let's just touch and agree. Lord, let her get this little ghetto role because we know that it's gonna just do what it got to do in Jesus' name. We touch and agree on that, okay? You know what? Though some of the biggest roles started out like Steve Urkel. That started out. He got when he signed that deal. It was for 2 episodes, and they loved him so much in that what's Family Matters that they gave
Yeah.
him a reoccurring role, and then everybody started calling it the Steve Urkel show. That's how good it was. So you take your one little ghetto line, okay, and you
Okay. Okay.
and you do that the best you can.
Okay.
You
You
got
know
it.
what? I hope I get it so we can laugh about this
Oh yeah.
after it airs. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, we're gonna call that thing for. So hey, I really appreciate you, sis. You know, it's always love, man. And maybe we'll do this like when you hit like 500,000 subscribers. We'll do this again. If you ain't by then, too big time for me because I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Wow.
I'm just bracing myself. And where's my picture? You got to send me a picture for the Pause Pray Proceed site. Can I get it? Can I get a pic?
I will, but I'm not gonna look like a crackhead. It's gonna be a legit. But you know what? That's actually the second time I've worn that shirt in a video.
Oh,
And I look really good in the first one.
okay. Well, maybe I just go grab a still then at the first video.
No, because you probably can't see it. I'll take a picture.
I appreciate that. Well, hey, since we can't go to Clubhouse, we're gonna have to end this here. But hey, I don't take it for granted that you took some time to hang out with me and hang out with the 7 people watching. This is only my
Thank
third.
you for having me.
No, I already knew. I hit you. I believe I hit you up with this early last year because I knew I was going to do this. So this is just kind of like a dream come true for me. So,
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
I want to just kind of. I want certain creators like Tom Buck, you, Owen Video, like that I've had on. I got some more coming on that are huge, like content creators. Have you ever heard of the Onyx family?
No.
Oh, you never heard of Onyx family? So they have like over 5 million subscribers on YouTube between both of their channels. Yeah, and I got
Okay.
I got them coming on the show, I believe, in 2 weeks. So that's
You're
gonna
doing
be.
big things.
I mean, God's just giving me favor with certain creators, and they just like, yeah, I
That's
want to come on.
awesome.
So yeah, Diana Gladney, she's gonna be on my show. I think the third
Okay.
weekend in February. So I'm excited, and like I said, I don't take it for granted that any of y'all will come on my show and just talk about your story, your journey, and I was definitely taking some notes, and I know my audience was as well. So with that being said, yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have a official ending for this, but just thank you so much, and I'm gonna just read
Thank
some
you.
quick comments and get them on the screen. Everybody's laughing. Let's see. Oh well, she down neglecting said, "Whoo, that was a word. I guess about your don't stop."
Hmm.
Yeah, and then they got the smiley faces here. I guess when we were talking about maybe when you said you won't be looking like a crackhead. I don't know. They
Or
laughed.
when you were being shady about Clubhouse. Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe that's what they were laughing at.
And they said we need to retouch for that prayer because it was. I guess my prayer wasn't good enough. My bad. A lot of my community are believers, so we be kind of on the
Okay.
same way. Yep, it sure wasn't. Tell them, Diana. My bad. My bad. See, they want to pray for you for real. They want to go in for real, sis. We gonna we gotta bring out our prayer cloths because they want to have.
Okay.
They want to go in. Man, I love this. Bye, EJ. Devin said bye. Yeah, this was great. Yeah, man. Technically, we could get the kids' phone and go to Clubhouse. Just saying. I got the invites. You got anybody in the house with iPhones? Oh, you said everybody got iPhones.
Everybody has iPhones,
Oh
but
wow.
I'm still going to bed. That's what you not get.
No. I'm going to bed too. It's late. I'm just saying.
Do you
Yeah.
know I was actually in the bed before this?
See,
I was like, oh, I gotta do a call. Let me take a nap. Let me take a nap.
that's see that's rich YouTuber problems. Okay, rich
No, that's
YouTube.
old lady problems. That's old lady problems. Gotta take a nap. Gotta take a nap.
See, I'm sweating now. Nah, but if you ever want to get on Clubhouse, I mean, it is a lot of
Okay.
traffic and people are growing their platforms
Okay.
exponentially on there. So just take somebody's iPhone and then start your Clubhouse, and that way you can get on there and start your rooms and get some traffic that way. But
Okay.
anyway,
I can do that.
all right, y'all. Well, hey, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you, E-Day. Love you. I will definitely see you. Maybe we can do this again, and I'll catch you on the book. Catch you on the book. I'm gonna introduce you to
That'll
Diana
work.
Gladney later, and we'll get it
Okay.
going. All right, y'all be safe. I love y'all.
Have
All
a
right.
good one. Thank you.
All right. Let me. Okay.